So we are going to start unit 4. We have already finished unit 3, and we have started unit. I mean, we will be starting unit 4. We have already done the mid-sem exam until unit 3. Okay, so we will start with unit 4 now. So I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will start with presentation techniques. So the fourth unit is devoted to the presentation skills or the presentation techniques. That how do you have to present when you are speaking orally, or when you are writing, or when you are presenting yourself. Okay, through in various lectures, talks, etc. So this is what is presentation skills we will be talking about. So presentations can be of two types: oral presentations and written presentations. The third unit was devoted in on the written communication skills, and now we have come to the fourth unit, which is devoted to oral presentations. Okay, so we see here that when we are giving a presentation, any oral talk or oral lecture, then what are the things which we have to take care about? So there are few points which have been mentioned here, that how you have to interact with the audience. Okay, so the sole purpose is that you have to capture the attention of the audience. If you are not able to do that, then the presentation would become more boring, so people will not like it. So you have to make your presentation so attractive that you can connect yourself with the audience, and the audience has to enjoy whatever you are saying. So this is what is the interaction with the audience. We will go into the details when we are doing audience related topic. But here the main point is that how you have to connect yourself with the audience. Then we come to the transmit the message with clarity. So if you are saying something orally, and if you are not, if the audience is not able to understand well, then I mean, the sole fault is that you are not talking in a very clear manner. So the purpose of speaking, or the purpose of giving an oral communication, is that it has to be so clear that the audience should be able to understand. For that, you have to maintain the level of the audience, that what should be the level, so that you can increase your level if the level of the audience is higher. And if it is lower, like if you're talking to children or to the people who do not have the basic idea of the subject, then you have to lower down your level of conversation. So this is what is that you have to transmit the message with clarity, so that the audience is able to understand what you are saying. Third point is engage the audience in the presentation. That if you are continuously asking questions, then people are engaged in it. So they like the presentation when you continuously keep on asking questions. You try to involve them by having a good eye contact and all those things, which you see, which you can feel that if the audience should be interacted well. So this is how you can engage the audience. Communicate the mission, vision of the organization to the employees. So basically, it is for the meeting. When you are an employer, I mean, you are working in a company and you are an employer there, and under you there are many employees. So how the mission or the vision or the aim or goals of what you are speaking should be conveyed to the people. So the targets, the goals, the aim which you want to deliver, that result has to be conveyed to the organization. So this is the mission and the vision of the organization which is being conveyed to the employees. Then in the last point, we see that interpret and understand the mindset of the listeners. Okay, so there could be variety of audience, like the background of the audience could be from rural background, from urban background. They could be educated, they could be non-educated. The audience may be of a local type, of a national type, of an international type. So you have to understand the mindset of the people whom you are talking to, so that it is clear that whatever you are saying, your content and text should be in regard to the people who are listening, so that they can connect what you are saying. So the content or the text should be connected to the audience, and for that you have to understand the mindset of the listeners. We see here that how the elements of successful presentation can be conveyed. So there are 6 basic elements of successful presentation. We will be going one by one. Preparation, that how you have to prepare your presentation. For preparation, you have to first collect the information. Lot of information has to be collected so that you are ready to give the lecture on that information. So it could be a variety of data you should be holding at, and there should be immense information, and the collection of data should be vast, so that anybody, if they ask question from anywhere according to the topic, you should be able to reply. So this is what is the preparation you have to do. That you first thing is, you can just make points if you wish. That for preparation, the first point is that you have to collect the data. So collect as much data as possible so that you are able to deliver your lecture very well. Then you have to make an outline. So first was to collect the data. The second point is that you have to make the outline or the framework, that what you are going to speak. So for that framework, you have to just jot down the points, that I will first give the introduction, then I will come to the main points, and then I will try to explain the issues and the solutions, or the explanation which is required through audiovisual aids like graphs, like diagrams. So I will put diagrams and graphs so that it becomes clear to the audience. So the outline or the framework is also been given. Then once the framework is ready, you try to jot down the detailed explanation. So third point is detailed explanations. So how you can have the detailed explanation? Through examples. You can put lot of comparisons and contrasts. So this is how the explanation can be done, by comparing two tables, by giving the data of 2 year, like 2017 का दे दिया एक data, एक 2021 का दिया, and you are trying to compare it. So comparisons, contrast, examples, some stories related to that. So this is how you are trying to explain it. Then you come to the issues and problems, that what issues might rise in this topic and how you can provide the solutions. Okay. So these are the things which are needed for the preparation. That first you have to collect the data, you have to make a framework or a structure, and then you try to explain it through various examples, comparisons. You can tell some stories, and you can share the data and compare it. So this is how the preparation can be done. And at the end, you recommend and conclude. Okay. So this recommendation and conclusion is at the end of the presentation. Then we come to the mode of presentation, which is the second point. The mode of presentation could be many. Like in classroom teaching, you can always see that the teacher is generally using the blackboard and chalk, so that he is trying to explain or jot down the points on the blackboard and then trying to explain. Then they can also draw some type of a diagram or a design, and can explain through that. So the mode of presentation is chalk and board. But you can have a different presentation style also. Like these days, the most common presentation style is PowerPoint presentation. Okay, where you can make slides, you can make you can write the text and the content, and you can you can explain it better through bullets. So mode of presentation is also important. If it is through surveys, like surveys in the sense that if you have a handouts and you try to give it to the audience, so once you give the handouts to the audience, you can ask them to read it, to fill something if it is necessary, and then they return it. You can deliver the mode of presentation through giving notes. So people are writing whatever notes you are giving, people are writing, and that is how they are trying to gain the content. So the mode of presentation could be of many types. It could be through PowerPoint, it could be through chalk and board, lectures, through surveys. You can give handouts, you can give notes, or there could be many other. So these are the mode of presentation. So you have to select any one mode of presentation when you are giving a presentation. Then we come to the audience. as I have already told you that to engage the audience, it is necessary to know the level of the audience, that whether the audience is from rural backgrounds, so they cannot have much technical knowledge about few things, so you cannot give them lot of technical knowledge about your subject. So you have to give them practical knowledge, right? Because at the rural area, the people will understand more if you give them the practical knowledge. तो इसलिए जब भी कोई इंफॉर्मेशन डिलीवर करना होता है, तो वी जनरली ट्राई टू गिव इट, we try to deliver it through documentation, through documentaries or through films, because in rural areas, when they watch the film, when they watch the documentary, they try to understand it better. So the mode of presentation there is documentaries and films, because then they can understand better, because they cannot read what is being written, and they cannot understand the technical things. If you make a graph or if you make a table, they will not able to understand. So in rural areas, the mode of presentation is generally, because the audience is such, so you have to make a documentary or you have to make a film. Then there are nukkad nataks also. So if you try to present it through some drama, through some theater, they are able to understand it much better. So this is the type of the audience we are talking about. But in urban areas where people are more educated, they are more fast, they are digitally more advanced, and they know better things. So you can always have presentations through PowerPoint, you can always explain it through diagrams, you can present the data before them, you can present some pictures, and they are able to understand through that. The second level of audience could be international or national. So if the audience is national or local, so you can use your own dialect, and the language you can use could be of a general type of a language. But when you are using, when you are dealing with international audience, then you have to improve on your knowledge of language also, because they cannot understand the local dialects, and they cannot understand the examples which are very famous in India. कि आप बॉलीवुड का एग्जाम्पल दे दीजिए, आप वेदर जो क्लाइमेट है उसका एग्जाम्पल दे दीजिए, बट दे द इंटरनेशनल ऑडियंस कैन नॉट रिलेट द टाइप ऑफ वेदर और द टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट यू हैव, because they have got a different weather and climate. So they cannot relate what Bollywood examples you are giving, because they have not seen the movies. So that is how the national and international audience becomes different. So there are three types of audience: local, national, and international, and accordingly the mode of presentation can be given. Then we come to the language and delivery, which is also an important point, that how to use your language. It should be very clear. It should be a language which any layman can understand. It should not be very flowery and fashionable language. It could be a normal language, simple language, and the delivery of that language. That means that the clarity in pronunciation, in accent, and all those, the nitty-gritties of delivering, so that the person who is listening to it should be able to understand and grasp the content well. So if they are not able to understand you well, that means that something is wrong with your language, or maybe with the delivery of the language. So it is not the fault of the audience that they are not trying to, they cannot understand. But if 80% of the audience can understand and 20% are not understanding, it's fine. But if 20% only can understand, so it is the fault of the speaker, because they might not be, the speaker might not be very clear, and that is why the audience is facing problem in understanding it. So the language and the delivery of presentation also becomes an important point. So we would be discussing these things in detail later on, but I am just giving you the points that how you can have a very successful presentation here. Then we come to the non-verbal communication skill. What is a non-verbal communication skill? Anybody can tell? Anybody would like to say the what is a non-verbal communication skill?
Which is by the signals or by the
Yes, which is by the signals and simple.
by using gestures and by using
Eye
signboards.
contact, facial expression, body
Yes.
language.
Yes. So we are getting many answers, that it could be through facial expressions, it could be through body language, it could be through signs and symbols, it could be और भी कई आया था उसमें, I mean, there were many things which you had said. So everything is correct, that non-verbal communication is something where you do not speak, but still you are communicating something to the other person. Okay, it could be your behavior, your attitude, where you are not speaking, but the other person can realize that what type of a person you are, right? So it could be your personality also. So if you are just standing on a stage and you are not speaking anything, the audience can somehow get connected with the type of personality you have. अगर आप कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप सिर्फ स्टेज से इधर से निकलते हैं और उधर से चले जाते हैं, so the way you walk, the confidence you have, and the way your gestures and postures are, the audience can try to understand that what type of personality you have. Okay, so that is what a non-verbal communication, where you are not saying anything, but your gestures, postures, your body language tries to convey some meaning to the audience, right? Similarly, it could be attitude or behavior. Like if somebody is coming late in the class every day, so he is not saying anything. He's just entering in the class, but he is like 10 minutes late, sometimes 15 minutes late. तो अगर ये इस तरह से चलता रहता है, so you just get an impression that he is not sincere about his classes, he is not punctual, and you get this feeling of insincerity and non-punctuality in him, where he is not saying anything, but some kind of communication is being conveyed to the teacher and to the other class that the person is insincere. If you miss your deadlines of giving the assignments, अगर एक बार मिस किया तो ठीक है, but if you are continuously missing it, then it means that again you are giving a signal that you are a non-sincere person. So non-verbal communication is something where you are not saying something to the other person, but because of your gestures, postures, your attitude, your behavior, your signs and symbols are telling something, are conveying something about your personality. It could be good also, and it could be a bad impression also. So the impression is being created through non-verbal communication skills. In the last point, we have got feedback, that how the feedback should be. So the feedback could be when at the end of the presentation, if the audience is satisfied with whatever you have said and whatever your goals were, if they have you have conveyed it to the audience is able to understand that what your goal is and what was the conclusion and the result of this presentation, and they leave the hall satisfied, then the feedback is good. But if they do not understand, and if they think that the presentation was boring, it was not up to the mark, it was not valuable for them, they just wasted 2 hours sitting there listening to you, so then the feedback would be wrong. So always try to have a successful presentation with good feedback. So these are the key elements of successful presentation. I have just pointed out the main points. We will be going into the details later on. So this is how the successful presentation can be done. Now we come to the tips for improving your presentation skills. So whenever we talk about the oral presentation, it is the practice of speaking which makes the oral presentation perfect. Like if you are, some people might be hesitating to speak in English, their sentences might not be correct, they do not have good command over the language, they cannot speak very well in English. So that means that they do not have practice of speaking English. वही चीज अगर आपको हिंदी में बोलने को कहे तो आप आराम से बोल लेंगे, because you have got a practice of speaking in Hindi. So the practice of a language to make it perfect needs lot of practice. Okay, so that means that you have to practice it a lot. So when you are giving a presentation, oral presentation, the first thing is that you have to have a good command over the language. The good grammatical sentences should be formed. Pauses, stress, where I have to give the stress, where I have to give the pauses, etc. should be perfect. And then the content, the pronunciation, and the accent. So all these things, if it is proper, then only your presentation skills would be proper. Okay. So first point is practice always makes perfect. You have to practice it in front of your friends, in front of the mirror, and gather confidence by rehearsing. Yes. Anybody has got a question?
Ma'am. Sir, ma'am, after grammatically sentence, what was it? command, grammatical
Yes.
sentence, and then
Grammatical sentences should be correct. The language of command over language should be correct. Okay, command over language जानते हैं कि आपकी vocabulary अच्छी होनी चाहिए, word power अच्छा होना चाहिए,
okay ma'am.
accent and pronunciation ठीक होना चाहिए. Okay, जब ये सब ठीक होगा तभी आप आगे बोल सकते हैं. Okay, so command over language, and then grammatical sentences, formation of sentences, and then you have like accent and pronunciation, which has to be perfect, right? So how you can make this practice work? You have to record your speech. So whatever you are saying, you try to record it. People now, I mean, it has become very easy for students to record their speech in your mobile phones. And when you record it, you try to analyze that where you are making mistake, whether you are able to speak nicely or are you making mistake in some of the pronunciation or accents. So visualize yourself for mistakes, pronunciation and non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication मतलब कि जब जो आप बोल रहे हैं उसके साथ आपका expression आ रहा है कि नहीं, आपके जो hand movements है वो उसके साथ आ रहे हैं कि नहीं. Sometimes your hand movements are different, your expression is different and you are saying something else. So it has to match. Your expression should match with the content you are speaking. So this is what is non-verbal communication again. So first thing is that you have to practice a lot. आपको मिरर के सामने या अपने फ्रेंड्स के सामने बोलने की कोशिश करिए और उसके बाद ये ध्यान रखिए कि कैसे उसको दूसरे लोग जज कर रहे हैं और आप उसके साथ प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं. So in 1 or 2 years, if you are continuously doing that, it would be quite beneficial for you and you will be able to speak English language quite nicely. So then the second point we come here is know your audience. Analyze what type of audience you are facing. We have already spoken about it quite a bit in the previous topics. So audience कैसा है ये आपको देखना है. You have to change the style according to the audience. I have told you that there are many type of audience: rural, urban, national, international, educated, non-educated. So you have to change the style of presentation according to the level of the audience. Okay. Know your material and topic. So I have already told you that you have to collect lot of material when you are giving a presentation. Lot of material means आपको बहुत सारा data information collect करनी है. So having a deep and thorough understanding of your material is the best way to deliver a memorable and informative speech. So you can collect lot of material, you try to read it so that it is there in your mind, and when you're speaking, then all those things can come to your speech. Use less text and more visual in your presentation. So this is basically for the PowerPoint presentation. If you are giving your presentation through PowerPoint, then try to use less text. ऐसा नहीं है कि पूरा जो slides है उसमें पूरे में text भरा हुआ है, वो नहीं हो सकता. You have to use more visuals. Like you have to use audio visuals, or some audio, or some visuals, or some kind of video. तो visuals क्या हो सकते हैं? Like you can use graphs, tables, you can use pie charts, flow charts, and all those things, so that with those diagrams and with those charts, you are able to give your presentation and no text is needed, because you are already using the text when you are speaking. So the same text, if it is written on the slides, it does not make any sense, because the audience will not read that slide because they don't have that much of time. So they are listening to what you are saying, and if you are explaining it through diagram, then it becomes more visual and more observation is very clear for the audience, and they try to understand it better. So long paragraphs, text should be avoided. Color, images, and creativity can be there. Try using creative presentations templates. Make PowerPoint templates to produce something which is beautiful and attractive. Use graphs, pictures, diagrams, or any kind of visual aids to enhance your presentation. Then you have to leverage your personality. That means that you have to improve your personality when you are speaking. So one should be having a good non-verbal communication skills, good body language and expression. So this is how your personality would be like more powerful when you're speaking. So your expressions are going with your body language, and it is just perfect when you are speaking, and the hand movements and when you're walking on the stage, the confidence you are showing. So it all develops of your personality, and that is how you can improve your personality skills by body language, non-verbal skills, and expressions. So if you're using humor, अगर आप कोई उसमें जोक डाल रहे हैं, if you are using humor or stories related to this, then also your personality becomes more attractive because you are putting it at the right place and audience are enjoying those humor and those jokes. So that will increase or improve your personality as well, rather than just being very serious in your talks. अगर आप हमेशा seriously अपना talk देते रहते हैं तो लोगों को ज़्यादा पसंद नहीं आता है, but if you just add a little bit of humor, so people try to enjoy it and they have more attention when you are speaking. Be emphatic, smile is necessary, create lot of energy and passion in your speech. So your energy and passion can be created according to the topic. If you just put yourself more into it with lot of energy and passion, then the person would be able to get connected to you what you are saying. So this is what is needed. Maintain good eye contact with your audience. So again, if you are having a good eye contact, like there are so many people sitting in one hall, and if you are continuously watching from that corner to the end corner, from to the other corner, then people who are sitting in the middle, if you are having a good eye contact, and to the corners in the front row, so then you are trying to cover the whole audience or the whole hall full of audience. But if you are continuously trying to see one point, like कोई एक दीवार को देखकर अगर आप बात कर रहे हैं, if you are only giving lecture when you are continuously watching the ceiling or watching the floor or watching somewhere else, so then it does not connect with the audience. Okay, so you have to involve all the audience by having a good eye contact with them. Then the next point is focus on your body language. So we have already talked about it, that the non-verbal communication, the type of hand gestures, smiling face, good eye contact, powerful glances, and then you have to avoid using such type of things like tapping, bouncing, shaking, fidgeting. Okay, अगर आप इस तरह की चीजें को कर रहे हैं, so that means that you are showing a sign of nervousness. So the nervousness sign can be shown through continuously, if you are speaking but you are continuously tapping your pen, or if you are having a chalk and you are continuously tapping it on the podium, or if you have some keys and you are continuously bouncing it, or shaking some paper, कोई book अगर या paper लिए हुए हैं उसको आप बार बार हिला रहे हैं, so it shows that you are nervous. So you have to make your hands free and try to have a good hand gesture with an explaining expressions, and then you have to speak. So take a deep breath if you feel that you are being not able to connect, और अगर आपके पास कुछ thoughts नहीं आ रहे हैं या आप explain नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, so take a break. You can have a glass of water, take deep breath, and you can gather confidence again. So it all comes through lot of practice. Like if you are first time trying to speak in front of the audience, it would be very difficult. But after second time, after third time, you will obviously see that some type of improvement is coming in you when you are speaking, and the same thing will come after years if you have lot of practice in speaking in front of the audience. Keep your content very short as possible. Okay, so don't keep on lingering or like speaking for n number of hours. Generally, जब भी कोई भी lecture या talk होता है, तो half an hour is enough to give all the points and explain everything. But if you are continuing it for 45 minutes, for 1 hour, maybe for 1.5 hours, so it is just useless, because after some time the audience will not be able to concentrate on your content, which becomes very boring. So it has to be short and simple and yet very powerful. Okay, so everyone's time is valuable and important. If you keep it short and you try to summarize it in point wise and very clearly in that half an hour, so your information will look rather important rather than boring. So structure your presentation effectively. The best way is to give the introduction, telling about the audience what the topic is, how you are going to present, you can give some ideas of presentation, and then you can finish it with highlighting the main points. So you can finish your presentation by repeating the key points, by highlighting the main points, and that is how you can come to the conclusion. This is for PPT number 10. Do not read from the presentation. It is for the PowerPoint presentation, that you do not have to have a lot of text in it, and if there is text, then you should not read it from the text. Okay, so let the audience read it, and you have to speak without reading it. So I hope the things are clear, that how to practice for a good presentation. Now we come to the 7 ways to start your presentation. So how to make your presentation more attractive. तो सबसे पहले जब आप शुरू करते हैं, so after addressing the audience, if you try to make it more attractive by telling some joke or some phrase or some poetic lines, or just tell a captivating story. Okay, so that is how you are trying to engage the audience right at the front point, like right at the beginning. You can in between ask rhetorical thought-provoking questions. तो आपने एक टॉपिक खत्म किया, उसके बाद आप दूसरे टॉपिक पे जाने से पहले you can always ask a question, so that people are able to connect with your presentation, and they will be alert also, so they will be more concentrating. State a shocking statistic or headline. कोई ऐसा shocking statement दीजिए जिससे कि लोगों को लगे अच्छा ऐसा भी है. So this is how you are giving a shocking statistics or a headline. So it will also again give lot of encouragement for the audience to understand that why this is happening. Use a powerful quote. So you can use a powerful quote from eminent people or from respected people, and then also you can have some quotes from poems, or कोई भी आप श्लोक के या कोई भी एक 2 लाइन का आप powerful quote दे सकते हैं, so that it gives a style, or it makes your presentation more attractive. Show a gripping photo. So any type of picture, if you are trying to show it, then also people will, if they are sleeping, if the audience is generally sleeping and it becomes boring, so they suddenly just get awake and try to understand like what that picture is. Okay, so you should always support your content with some kind of pictures or some kind of a diagram, so that you can relate the content with them, and the audience also tries to analyze the content very well. Use a prop. That means that you can have some type of things in your hand to make it more creative. You can use visual aids or a kind of a documentary or a short film. आप कुछ visuals दिखा दीजिए या कोई video दिखा दीजिए, तो उससे एकदम से audience थोड़ा attract हो जाती है और देखने लगती है कि क्या आप दिखा रहे हैं. You can play a short video. So these are the tips which can give you a good start for your presentation. So if you try to do these things in between, like ask a question or give a statistics or put a picture or a video related to your content and related to your presentation topic, then it becomes more attractive. So how to prepare your presentation skills? First, we have already talked about it in length, that research your audience. Then structuring your presentation, which is very important, because when you are making a format or a framework of your presentation, there are 3 things which you have to understand. First is the opening, that how will you start your presentation. जो अभी हमने आपको बताया 7 ways to start your presentation. So this is what is the opening, that how you can start your presentation. Then you can come to the explanation, the issues, the problems, the type of the things with how it would be engaged and what are the important points. So everything comes in the body. That means in the middle part of your presentation. In the last part of the presentation, it is closing, that is conclusion, summarizing the points, and then you have to highlight the main points which you have spoken, and you can also repeat the key points which are there. So your framework is generally divided into 3 parts. The first part would be the opening lines, which will make people attract to understand your content. The second point would be the explanation, or the middle part would be the explanation, and the third part, that how you can conclude it or summarize it. So I have already told you, practice makes man perfect. You just have to practice, practice, and practice. So you have to videotape yourself, record yourself, try to gain confidence, try to overcome your nervousness, and don't memorize your speech, but try to use it naturally. So it should come out naturally. The language should come out naturally when you're speaking. So you don't try to memorize words और फिर वो नहीं आया तो आप उसको सोच रहे हैं, तो उसमें वो मजा नहीं है. So you just have to memorize your things. So I think we will stop here because we have done most of the part of it. So if we come right from the beginning, we can see that the presentation techniques and the presentation skills, what are the key elements of presentation skills, how can the presentation skills can be defined. So everything we have completed through bullet wise, and this 6 elements of successful presentation I have explained you. Then how to improve on your presentation, points आपको बता दिए हैं, कैसे practice करना है, how to know your audience, and how to improve your personality and body language or expressions कैसे होने चाहिए, and then you have to structure. We have also discussed about the 7 ways that how you can make your presentation when you are starting it, how to make it more attractive. Then we have talked about how to do the preparation of the presentations. So you have to collect the data, you have to research for the audience, you have to make the structure or the framework, and you have to memorize and conclude. So this is how the presentations can be done. In the next class, we will be doing the nuances of delivery and the body language in detail. So if you have any questions relating this, you can ask. If you have questions relating to this presentation skill topic which we have covered today, you can ask. So otherwise, I'll come to the attendance and then we can stop this class. So I'm stopping this recording and we can have the attendance and then you can leave.